Hey, welcome to day 80 of my spiritual journal with me, with your soul sister, Iona. So we're going to talk about all things spiritual business success without doing busy work, without being broke, and without experiencing burnout. And so today on the Soul Legacy TV, it is Emotional Freedom Wednesday, I think. And if it's not, I've got the wrong t-shirt on. I'm like, is it Wednesday? Wednesday already? So I have my notebook, my spiritual journal notebook. If you don't have a notebook, anything to write with, then I've got an episode in store for you that I think that you will love. So go and grab a pen and paper. So this is, this is my Soul Legacy journal. I call it 365 Days of Your Spiritual Awakening Story, a co-created soul path to spiritual alchemy for the light workers, because I work with light workers. And so today in the Soul Legacy journal, what we are going to do is go through the usual daily rituals and routines, and why I share my Soul Legacy journal and my spiritual journaling practice for my spiritual business success is: one, journaling works; two, visualization works; and all the things of raising your vibrational frequency. So if you are new to me, I go through my own daily rituals and routines. I write them down. I'll give you some spiritual journaling prompts for intentional living, to live more intentionally, live with the vision and the values and the vibration of emotional freedom. And if you're familiar with the emotional freedom technique, actually I haven't done my tapping today. If you're familiar with the emotional freedom technique, you know that the energy and emotions sometimes are trapped in your body. And as we build our spiritual business and we get our work out in the world, and we do that online as spiritual biz YouTubers, as authors, speakers, trainers, authors, healers, I think I said authors twice, we want to be adding transformation in the world, but that transformation comes from within, and it comes from us. Good morning, Robin. So Robin is on with us live on the Soul Legacy TV. So thank you for joining me, Robin. Robin Nutt is the host of the Energy Healing TV and podcast. Excuse me, my nose. And the founder of the Energy Healing School online. So Robin is our lead soul guided instructor for the SoulLegacyAcademy.com and the Spiritual Biz YouTubers Network, which I'm the producer of and the founder of. So thank you for joining me, Lau. How are you feeling today? So it's Emotional Freedom Wednesday. So I have lots in store. I have notes for you. As I go through my own spiritual journaling practice, we rate our vibration, which we'll do in a second. Excuse me. I give you a quote for today that has inspired me. We talk about gratitude. I talk about the book that I've listened to or read for that day. Love books. Books change lives. And today it is Matt Kahn, Whatever Arises, Love That. Just a snippet I listened to today, and I want to share that with you. I'm going to pull the card for today, which I'm going to do after the quote, which is a beautiful card for today. Every day we get a beautiful card. And then we're going to do the Bank 50K in 50 Days challenge at the end, where I will share with you how to bank 50K in 50 days vibrationally for your spiritual business and in the physical world. So in the visible world, in the vibrational world. And today on Robin Nutt's YouTube channel, I'm on the wrong page. On Robin Nutt's YouTube channel, it is Robin supports us in clearing our energy, clearing, cleansing, healing our energy on the Energy Healing TV podcast. And it is, so she focuses on, if you are new to me or new to Robin, if you haven't subscribed to Robin's YouTube channel, then you can do that. The Energy Healing TV podcast with Robin Nutt. It is Wednesdays, and she talks about aligning your chakras, the 7 main chakras that are aligned with the spine. And so it is Wednesday, so it's solar plexus chakra healing Wednesday. And Robin has a quick way for you to just rate how aligned your chakras feel, if they feel overactive, blocked, what have you. And she explains all the symptoms if you have blocked chakras, any of them, and all the things, how to clear that, how to do all those things. So hit Robin up. And when I did Robin Nutt's energy, 7 chakras challenge, 7 days to unblock your chakras, I bought some chakra crystals. And so today's crystal is green aventurine, and that stands for good fortune, opportunity, and confidence. So take that away. So anything that raises your vibrational frequency, we talk about on the Soul Legacy TV, because we know your vibe attracts your tribe, and we all want more freedom, right? So I've got notes for today. Let me give you the quote, and then I'll give you the card. Robin says, thank you for the shout out. You're welcome. All right. Hey, Jennifer. Good morning, love. Robin says, emotional freedom, Wednesday is 11, up from last week. Cool. Thank you. I'll do the rating in a second. So the quote for today, which I always open on my Momentum app, I open my laptop and I'm like, okay, this is how I want to start my day. Spiritual business, success, and success in life. It's Emotional Freedom Wednesday. I talk about freedom in every single area of your life, through and go live on that. And so today, emotional freedom for me, you want to bring emotional freedom into everything that you do, right? Like I talk about contribution freedom on Mondays, health freedom on Tuesdays, emotional freedom Wednesdays, my yellow shirt on, environmental freedom Thursdays, relationship freedom Fridays, spiritual freedom Saturday, and financial freedom Sunday. So when I talk about emotional freedom, I'm talking about right across the board, and we'll talk about the emotional scale, because when you are starting your day, excuse me, I say launching your day, leading your day, oh wow, and leaving your day and doing it with ease, grace, and flow. And that depends how you feel when you start work. So how do you feel when you start work? This Momentum app gives me that like boost of momentum, because I know what I'm going to be doing. I know I've got one thing to focus on. It asks you what you want to focus on, gives you the links. Now you put links that you want to like link to. You know how like you have so many creative ideas? This, I telling you, this Momentum app is amazing. And then you have your to-dos. So every day I'm starting my day really fresh, and I look at this quote, whatever is on, and it has a screensaver. It's called Momentum Dashboard. So this is the quote for today. Always do your best. What you plant now, you will harvest later. Always do your best. What you plant now, you will harvest later. That's OMG Mondes, I think. I can't remember, I can't say the name. But always do your best. Do you always do you always do your best to manage your emotions? Do you always do your best in terms of your light work and your lifestyle? Like I always taught my children that your best is good enough. You can't do more than your best. So when they were learning something, they went to school, wherever, whatever it was, always do your best. No matter what it was, even in friendships, just anything, always do your best. Your best is good enough. And so I believe that when we have a vision for our spiritual business and we don't do our best to live into being the best version of ourselves, as Robin Knott says, being the best you is a new acronym, it's like you feel like rubbish. And so I want to start my day setting myself up for success and doing my best. And that will plant the seeds for later. What you plant now, you will harvest later. Oftentimes, we think that we don't even have to harvest, first of all. And then other times we think, well, I've planted the seed, the harvest should be done now. And it doesn't work like that. We're planting seeds spiritually. Bob Proctor talks about in, I think it's You Were Born Rich, or it might be Change Your Paradigm, Change Your Life, that we don't know the gestational period of an idea. So when you have an idea for how you want your life to look and feel, you've got to be patient. Got to be patient. The seeds that you're planting, whatever gestational period that has, it will come. And I want to say that I was actually writing. No, I wasn't writing. Tell a lie. I was. So my book, my spiritual YouTube business from scratch book, has gone to #1 on Amazon on pre-order, and it doesn't have a manuscript uploaded to the KDP. Somebody messaged me today and said, you know, I want to learn how to write books on KDP, and I want to sell books, and I want to make money online. Do you know how to make money online? And I'm like, that just made me feel really icky. I'm just like, yeah, I do. But it's about adding value. I'm not about get quick rich schemes. And it's like, I just want to make money online and I want to be your affiliate marketer. And if you're watching this, like, I just have to call it out. I'm not going to say a name, but I'm like, I don't want that for my business. Somebody to just say, well, come and affiliate market for me, and just so you can make money online. I'm like, that doesn't feel good to me. That's not what I set out to write my book about. It's not what my business is about. It is about spiritual business success and banking 50K in 50 days. But it's not, you want to feel good. I'm like, this person was signed up as an affiliate in the Soul Legacy Academy, and I took them off. I'm like, absolutely not. What I put my name to, I've planted the seeds so they will harvest later. I don't need somebody quick fixing going, well, I can make money off you. Like, I just wanted to originally be your affiliate marketer. It's like, oh, absolutely fucking not. Jennifer says, good morning. Emotional Freedom Wednesday, Jennifer. Yay! There's a 9. Jennifer and Robin are saying good morning to each other. This is jumping for me. Morning, Robin. Yay for 11. Okay, I'm at a 10 today. Again, before the family. Up again before the family. Worked on my art this morning while waiting for your live. Did you? Yes! Whoop, whoop. Yay. Love that. Love that. Jennifer said, Robin says, awesome, Jennifer. Yay for art and the 9. I'm just going to go through these comments. And then I'll explain the rating, and then I'll do the card. Since you've put your rating up there, thank you. Jennifer says, I've been planting seeds for 4 years. Yes. Oh, let's talk about that. I'm going to dive deep in that just a second. I'm going to put my finger up. Like I save things on my fingers to talk about. So yeah, I'm going to talk about that. It's morphed into something different than I planned. Yeah, it's turned out to be closer and more true to me. Absolutely. I love that. I love that. I'm going to leave that up. I'm going to come back to this. Not just about money. It's about the inner feeling, and the money is the effect of the energy put in, the bonus, so to speak. Yes. Yes, absolutely. So I'm going to talk about the rating. Hang on. So when you say about planting seeds, obviously relating to the quote, and I've planted seeds for a really long time. Really, 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 really long time. And I planted seeds for my book launch to be a #1 bestseller, because it's 4-time #1 bestseller, but I've been a co-author, and this book has been in the making for years. You know, me and my kids, as I've gone on this journey, it's like, oh, we'll just put it in the book. Oh, we'll just put it in the book. And we just knew that this was a story and this was a dance through life. And one day I'd put it in the book, and people are like, are you going to write your life story? This is not the life story. This is not my life story. It's for business, but I'm living the book. So I'm planting the seeds every day for the book. So the book is on pre-order. And so today I recorded the first video of the update, kind of like the behind the scenes. I like to do that, behind the scenes. And excuse me. And when I went onto my mind maps, I've got 2. One with the whole process, and another one with doing research. So I'm going to be in research mode, right? And it said #1 best-selling book. And this was months ago that I actually did that. I didn't know. I set the mind map, put the ideas. I didn't know how it would be a #1 bestseller, but I knew, I always speak about my book being a #1 bestseller. The book is not written. It was really weird to go back to those mind maps and like fill in that my book became a #1 bestseller. Now I'm going to go and write it. It's really, really weird. It's not about the going to make money, because it's 99 cents, right, to pre-order it. Like, it's not about them. It's the message and who you are and being, and how you are showing up, speaking out, and serving deep. And somebody saying that to me, I'm like, you know, that's the last person to say that to. Like, I could go all in on you, but I won't. I will just savor things for my book and for my videos. So the idea is to launch the book, right, on my son's birthday, and launch my annual co-author book series on my son's birthday, because I dedicate my work to my son, and do book launch videos on YouTube as I write it. So I'm just planning out the YouTube videos. So I've got a book launch playlist. The book's not written. The videos in the playlist are going to be planned out. It's like, it's just such a, it's so ease, grace, and flow. So I just love it. So planting those seeds, basically, when we plant the seeds on our vision board, the universe will fill it in, and usually better than what we think. And sometimes when we dip in our contrast, it's like, oh no, things are not working out for me. They're not, like you said, they're working even better and even closer and even truer. That's why we do the spiritual vision board challenge, because it's not me guiding. I say soul guided influences. We're guided by our soul guidance. It's amazing. I love it. I literally love it. I love doing what I'm doing. Jennifer laughed. Robin says, I love that, Jennifer. More true to me. Absolutely. And so I've switched out as I've gone along the way because it didn't feel good. So emotional freedom, I'm very aware of building a business that has that momentum and has that leverage, and it has that time and that money freedom, that financial freedom. Jennifer says it led me to Robin, then led me to you, Iona. It's so beautiful, isn't it? Thank you. And thank you for signing up yesterday. I did see that, to the free chapter VIP day. And I don't know if you're signed up for the live masterclass. It's going to happen on Monday. I love how the universe works. Absolutely. Just trusting, oh, I love it. Living the vision before it's done. Absolutely. Yeah. It's that level of trust. So let me go back to your ratings. Thank you for rating, Robin and Jennifer. So the idea of using this spiritual journal and using the abbreviation for Emotional Freedom Wednesday is so that we can monitor how we're feeling about things. And we know the law of vibration, law of attraction. Law of attraction is more of the idea. It's not, but it's the idea of I'm attracting everything to me. Everything's attracting, like everything's whacking on my head like a magnet. I'm a magnet, it's attracting. Yeah, the magnetic field, the energy field is. However, the missing part that people don't say enough, I don't think, and that's why I say I'm a law of vibration teacher, because we start with our own energetic field, our own energy, right? Like, I'm not just attracting. What I am doing is omitting a frequency. That's why I say the Cheers to Financial Freedom frequency for the 7 freedoms every single day. The frequency that you have for your work in the world. So 4 years, Jennifer, planting the seeds. What we want to also do is plant the vibrational seed. It's a spiritual energy and trusting, but also moving towards that, actually taking the soul guided action consistently. Otherwise, sometimes we're just repelling it, and we're not clear if we don't have clarity on it, and if we're not clearing on it. So I'll help you with the clarity, you and everyone, and Robin will help you with the clearing on it. Unless your energy is clear, which means that your mind is clear, you have clarity. Yet it's not like tunnel vision. You still allow for the freedom within the framework, but you're emitting a certain frequency. Bob Proctor always says that when you change your paradigm, you change your life. Your goals are on a certain frequency, a physical frequency, and you are here. And it's only when you vibrate and you match at that, you're good. That's when it comes and it attracts. But people want to attract, and you're not, it doesn't work like that. And we know it doesn't work like that because we're looking and we say, hey, I wanted to be a millionaire. Hey, I wanted to be blah, blah, blah. I wanted to travel around the world and sit on beaches. I want to have a digital lifestyle, whatever. And it's not there. And it's like, why is it not there? Because we're not emitting the same frequency of that. We're not setting the soul's intentions. And we're trying to do things in business that don't feel right, don't feel aligned with our soul. So for me, spiritual business success is having all of the 7 freedoms. And it's not about the industry norm of list building. It's about legacy building. Go out and build a list. The money's in the list. I want to make money online. Oh, really? How's that working out for you? Hacks me off. Anyway, we're planting those seeds vibrationally. So when we get clear, when we get clarity, then Robin can help you with the clearing of the energy, because when you start to move forward with this vision and the universe is filling it in for you, stuff comes up, judgment comes up, blame, shame, and guilt comes up. We're not moving in that ease, grace, and flow. And when those feelings come up of fear or whatever is on the lower vibrational scale, blame, worry, all the doubt, all the things, and we've got to clear the beliefs and the thoughts and the feelings for us to then raise our vibration. and emit that frequency. So when our frequency dips, there's something going on with our thoughts and our feelings, and we've got to raise that to the surface so that we can vibrate, think, and feel something different. Hopefully that made sense. It's kind of higgledy-piggledy way of saying it. So our vibrational frequency, we rate between a 1 and an 11. 1 is like soul funk, like whatever you're telling yourself is like not cool. And 11 is soul flow, baby. It's like badassery, that I'm feeling on top of the world, like just literally like just feeling amazing about who you be in this moment, how you be, right? And so how you're showing up, speaking out, and serving deep in all areas. So for me, my vibration is at a 10. And so for Emotional Freedom Wednesday, and this, imagine emotional freedom goes back through the health, because what you feel, this ease in the body, we talked about that yesterday, and what you're eating, emotional eating, all the things, excuse me, and how you feel about your business. Do you have fear around it? Are you doubtful? Are you worried? Are you stressed? Are you all the things? And then you think of your environment. How is that fueling your feelings? How you feel about you? How you feel about where you are? And what's showing up in your environment? Who's in your environment? Your relationship? How you feel about the relationships around you? How you feel about the people that are coming into your life? How you feel about your spiritual connection? Do you feel disconnected? How you feel about money? So that's why we're going to do the Bank 50K in 50 days challenge. So last week, that wasn't last week, so the week before was a 10. Let me see what I was last week. It's not written in yellow, so it's throwing me. I was an 11 last week. This week I'm a 10. Now, whatever you write down in your spiritual journal, why you are the rating that you are, whether it's high, at the highest, whether it's at the lowest, whether it's gone up, whether it's gone down, doesn't matter. It's your emotional scale, and noting what makes you dip and what you can put in place to raise your vibration, or what you can put in place to maintain the vibration that you've dipped to and not keep spiraling down the emotional scale and like have a shit storm and a shit show, right, for a long period of time. When you dip, you might then have raised your vibration. You might have rated it today, this morning, and then you go back up. Like in any moment, it can go up, down, whatever. So let me write down and let me know, why is your vibration gone up? What have you done since last week? And if you weren't with me last week, you can use today as that marker, and then we come back on the Soul Legacy TV and have a check-in for how you're feeling. And sometimes you don't even get when people say, you know, they don't say how you're feeling or like, how are you today? And people go, I'm fine. It's like really a check-in, like a check-in for how you are vibrating in alignment with your soul calling, in alignment with your soul. And I say in alignment with your movement, your message, and your money, because I'm talking about spiritual business success. Mine is a 10. And the reason it's a 10 could easily be an 11. And it's probably an 11 now, but I rated it this morning because I'd had a conversation. I've been talking about family first. Like there's stuff going on, not in my immediate family, just that source, being that source of support, and hearing and listening. I'm not saying the words that I would usually be saying. My focus is not on the thing that it would normally be on. It's not just on me. I'm high vibing, I'm good. However, family means a lot to me. So vibing, like I'm vibing high, well, there's stuff going on. So for me, I gave myself a 10 to acknowledge that, excuse me, actually, and I need an operation on my nose if you're wondering why I'm sniffing. So I've got a call on Monday. So for me, I wanted to acknowledge that is in my vibration, it's in my presence. And if there's anything that comes up or anything that triggers, like I was saying about eating emotionally, like, oh, that was new for me. And I got off the phone again. So it's kind of daily calls, got off the phone again, or daily check-ins. And I thought, and it's 9 o'clock in the morning. Bear in mind, I don't usually eat till way after lunchtime, 1, 2, 3 o'clock. I'm like, I'm hungry. That is what I heard myself say. I'm really hungry. I thought, no, you're actually not. And yesterday I was talking for Health Freedom, like, what would I do instead? So I just went downstairs, I got my vitamins out, got my gut health thing, which I didn't take, and I just got my water. with my apple cider vinegar and my lemon and my ginger and blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, no, you're not. Like, no, you're not. Like, I heard it. And so that is that connection to vibrate, going down the emotional scale. And my body's telling me, and my mind's saying, you're hungry. I've got a feeling, I must have a feeling in my body. And it's saying to me that I'm hungry. I'm not hungry. Like, and so I went in my office and I did my stuff. I've got my tapping and stuff to do. But I heard that I'm hungry. And I heard, I'm really hungry. I'm like, dude, no, you're not. Well, that's not what we're doing, is what I said back. That's not what we're doing. No, we're not. So that was me catching myself. So thank you for sharing your rating. Let me go down and see if you've written anything else. Hang on. Thank you for being with me. I love you guys. Thought I signed up for the live Zoom. Which link was it? I'd love to join to do live with you. Yeah. Okay. Okay. The live masterclass is on a platform called Easy Webinar. I'll shoot you the link. It should be in the description. Yeah, we're going live. I love doing lives. Did that. So it's not inside my Zoom room. It's on. This one is on. Yeah, you did sign up for the Zoom. You did get that. That is live in the Zoom room. It's a live VIP day. I haven't really pushed it and put it out there. So you'll be in the room with me. So yeah, that's cool. The live there's 2 lives. So one is teaching a masterclass, which I do live every single month at 3 p.m. UK time. The Zoom one that you signed up for, which with the intake form, that happens every 50 days ish. When I get into the momentum of it, it'll happen every 50 days ish. Hang on. So, and I appreciate everything that you posted down there. I don't get on a call unless somebody fills out an intake form, so I know that I can serve them deeply. And Jennifer says, yes, I did that and gave lots of it away. Struggled with the price as I obviously can't survive off free art. Yeah. And and so that's why I'm here, trying on the spiritual business success and what that feels like. And so I've known people that come to me and said, I've worked for free for a year. I've worked for free for this. And I work for free. That VIP day, that 3 chapter VIP day is me working for free. When somebody signs up for my challenge, my $55 challenge, self-study, and they upgrade, and they're in the running to win a one-on-one VIP day. That one's a group one. I love working. I love tithing because I made a vow when I figured this out, I would share it far, wide, and deep because I was outpriced on everybody's services. However, I've still got passive income streams, leverage on income streams, and higher price points for high-paying soul clients. And so there's a space for it in my business where I feel really good, where somebody isn't able to invest like I wasn't, I can still serve them. And usually people just find the money anyway. It's like, not literally go and find it, but attract that. Like when you set the intention, and that's what I help people do, set the intention to manifest it. We know that we're co-creators, we can get it. And I have different price points and different price plans. You can't live off free art. Absolutely not. We're not starving artists. Jennifer says, putting the flyer together has taken a lot off my mind. At the time, it was like too much information. Then a new idea of a mini book. Yes. Keep morphing, trusting it will happen when it's supposed to, not when I expect it. Yeah. So let me speak to that real quick. So the feeling, emotional freedom, Wednesday is about setting the intention for what you want to manifest and then going all in to make it happen, not forcing it, but going all in. You have to meet the universe in the middle. And there's a lot of people that say in the spiritual community, well, it'll happen in divine time. And that is absolutely true. So it'll happen in divine time, but not without like going at it. And I don't mean hustle. I just mean as in, I've set the intention. So we do a spiritual vision board for a year out. Now I know if I'm so for instance, I know that I wanted to become a #1 bestseller, right, in my own right, with my book, right? I didn't have to write the book. So that's like not the thing, but I needed to know what I needed to do to be a #1 bestseller. And I do. So I got it to #1 bestseller. Then so I went all at it for that piece in pieces, in stages, and now I'm filling it in. Like, to write the book and to do the book launch videos, I need to know how to do the videos. I need to know titles. I need to know what it is. I need to decide. I need to sit down. I need to mind map. I need to do research. I've got my part to play. And yes, that could be in complete divine time. I've set a deadline date and give myself room for the universe to fill it in. 6th of May is launching. So I gave myself a whole entire year for the universe to bring all the stuff to me. But I had to then take that action, and it's consistent action. I'm consistently vibrating at the frequency of a #1 best-selling author. Always, always, always. Like, we don't let the foot off the pedal of the frequency of it, except for when we dip. But do you know, genuinely, I'm taking the action, and I see myself, my self-image is in alignment with it. So it's beautiful. It's just absolutely amazing. Ego's hungry, mind attack. Yeah, like, no, we're not. I'm like, and I think I said I'm really hungry. And I said back, no, we're not. Do you know how Eckhart Tolle says, when it's like, who is the I and who is the me, or what have you, or I can't live with me. So when he had his spiritual awakening, it's like, who is me and who is I? You know, it's that. And so when I had that awakening of, I'm looking at the world through the lens of my soul, and yes, I have the humanness, so there's two sides to us, and I'm like, yeah, no, we're not. Effort in, effort out. Absolutely. It's I do things with ease, grace, and flow. But I work hard. This is me working hard. Do you get what I mean? I do the things that I love, so I feel into them. Yeah, this is me working hard. Robin says, be right back. No worries, love. Yeah, this is me working hard. Right, let me do the card for today. This is from Keepers of the Light, right, from Carl Gray. And this card, I've not got that many cards to shuffle, so I'll do the deck again. This is Lord Ganesh. And it's infinite abundance. I'm like, are you sure it's emotional freedom? Are you sure this card? It kind of tilted to the side. And it says, obstacles are being removed. Absolutely. This is for me and for you. Do you have any obstacles? Write that down in your spiritual journal. What do you feel like always gets in the way? For me, I set the intention to follow through consistently. Like, that was a problem for me. I had so many ideas, and I still have so many creative ideas, and I've been able to pull them together on a one-page plan and share it. And if it's not on there, I have the freedom within that framework, but if it's not in that framework, I'm saying absolutely no to it. So when the lady said to me today, well, I just want to sell books, that is not in my framework. Launching, leading, and leaving a soul legacy is not, I just want to sell books online. Like, to who and for why, you know? It's not, that's not how I feel. Obstacles are being removed. Spiritual support and connections are increasing. So I'm on the Bank 50K in 50 Days challenge, and I've been reaching out, but not in the last week and a bit. I think it's been 3 weeks in the last week and a bit, like half the time I haven't reached out the way that I intended to do. However, with family stuff going on, it's like, that's a priority, but I still want to make sure that I'm reaching out. I'm nowhere near the end of it, and I'm just doing what I need to do. Let me read the rest of the card. Jennifer says, yes, LOL, I am, is attachment to the body. LOL, great responses. I'm not sure. Oh, Ganesh. Okay, thank you. Kids' free will of the idea. The kids' free will. Yeah, thank you. So Ganesh is also known as, I can't say that name, is a Hindu elephant-headed god. I heard of this when I was working with a client, and I was like, really? She told me the story, and I was like, really? So the son of Lord Shiva and the goddess of Parvati, I don't know how to say that. Legend says that he received his elephant head as a replacement after his father sliced his human one off when he mistook him for an intruder. That I was like, okay. Ganesh is acknowledged as the Lord who removes obstacles, and is much loved by taxi drivers in India because they believe he helps them weave in and out of the crazy traffic. And I believe that we just can weave in and out of just flow, like just flowing through the obstacles. Like, it's just beautiful. Ganesh is a sweet-toothed life-loving, joyful, dancing, and very approachable God. He will use the light to weave a perfect path for you. And I say the soul path of least resistance. As we feel into it, it is, we don't have that big level of resistance. Like sometimes it can be a lot, like what I'm doing is a lot. But I'm traveling down that soul path of least resistance. So it feels like ease, grace, and flow. And my mantra for Emotional Freedom Wednesday is, if it's not fun, I'm not doing it. If it's not fun, I literally won't do it. I'm like, absolutely not. Nope, I'm not doing it. And I don't mean it has to be yay, ecstatic, like fun. But if it doesn't feel like fun, if it doesn't feel like I can overcome any challenges and obstacles, like doing the live, I could sit here and just be stiff and blah blah blah, and I'm like, well, no, not really. That doesn't feel like fun to me. It feels like a show and I'm just not down for it. So I'm just like, here I am, here's what you get. My hair. My nose feels really stuffy today. Okay. Perfect path for you. Extended message. It's important at this time to move beyond the limitations of it's not meant to be. And that's kind of like when it's meant to be. That's how that felt for me. It's not necessarily the same, but it's, you know, if it's not meant to be, and focus on, if this is for my highest good, then the universe will take me there safely. Absolutely. Or as Robin says, absolutely. Ganesh is not only bringing a clear light to your external situation, but also helping you to clear up any inner conflicts. Let me say that again. Ganesh is not only bringing a clear light to your external situation, but also helping you clear up any internal conflicts. When obstacles arise, know that they are just reminders that you care about the path, that you have the ability to change your current situation. Absolutely. Ganesh is here to help you. Thank him for clearing the way. Love it. Trust. To increase your connection to him, you may want to chant in Sanskrit, gum, I don't know how to say that, nama. I'm like, yes to that. That's a beautiful, isn't that beautiful? I think that's beautiful. So the book that I listened to for today is, and if I don't know if you've ever heard of this, I know that Robin has. Whatever Arises, Love That, by Matt Kahn. It says a love revolution that begins with you. So whatever arises, so that's the title of the book, right? Whatever arises, love that. So what is arising in, and it's not even spiritual business, because that's kind of down for me. Like, I'm good with it. I've put in systems and strategies and all of the things, but life will happen, right? And so what is arising, I wouldn't say I'm at the place, oh, I love that, right? I'd rather it not. However, we're staying calm and pulling together and just really embracing the journey of what is, like not trying to change it, not trying to force it, not trying to, just exploring all the avenues. And I think as a family, I think we'll be even stronger. So I think well, I know that the people that come to me say families first, and we all say families first, not to say that every member of our family kind of see eye to eye on everything all of the time, but family as a value is massive, and having your family behind you when you're doing your spiritual business is huge. And so whatever arises, love that. Practice loving, seeing the love of it and seeing you in it in a loving way, even if it feels like a challenge, even if it feels like an obstacle. And I'm a very tough love person, so I will do that. Whatever arises, love that. I might love it with tough love, but I'm gonna love it anyway. I'm gonna ease into it. So that's why my vibration dipped, my frequency dipped, in terms of what has been happening. We noticing, oh, well, something's coming along. And people always say to me, Iona, you're so strong, or you just do what you've got to do when you've got to do it. And so whatever rises, love that. So Matt Kahn was talking about the love list. I was talking about this last week, so I listened to a little bit of it last week. And he says, when you're talking to yourself, just be free and open. And what he says is, I'm going to read some of the words that he says. So put that in your, Robin's back. I thought it said 2 people. Hey, love, thank you for coming back. Beautiful. So put this in your spiritual journal. Then we'll do the gratitude. and then we'll do the bank 50K in 50 days challenge. Yay! So these are some words that you can put in your spiritual journal to remind you on Emotional Freedom Wednesday and other days. So you're raising your vibrational frequency. Jennifer says, I've seen his face side by side with the brain. I think it's also repentance, a part of the brain. Yes, it's beautiful. Thank you, love. Yes, I've heard of that. It's always working for us, not to us. Yeah, the universe. Yeah, 100%. So Matt Kahn says, I know that you know this book, Robin. I don't know if you've read it recently, but Robin and I connected. We were like, oh gosh, Matt Kahn. So he says, following on from the love list, he says, saying the words, and you might want to write these down. You matter, and the way that he says it is so beautiful. So it's like, you matter. You matter. Actually saying, you say it in the mirror, even write it down to remind yourself when you are having that dip. Say the words. So he says, you matter, and let me know which one resonates with you more. You matter. Do you feel like you matter? As a light worker doing your work in the world, we all matter, right? And we'll go out there and say to other people, you matter. Or when we're children, did we hear the words, you matter? Like, most of the time, maybe not. Like my kids did. Of course they mattered, but it's not necessarily always we know how to give that and to say that. So you matter, you are enough, you are worthy of being seen and heard. You are special. Oh, hang on a minute. There is a reason you are here. You are beautiful. You are so talented. I always want to know how you feel. Please don't hold back. You are perfect just the way that you are. I can't read my own writing. Like, it's like, what? And yet you're perfect just the way that you are. So does any of those resonate with you? You matter. You are special. And if you didn't hear those words, give them to yourself. And I laugh because I know that many of us didn't really. My kids did. They heard all of them, and making sure that their voice was heard doesn't really go down well with everyone. But right now, as we're going through as a family unit, those are the words that we want to draw upon and actually sharing with each other how each other matter. Because I think as spiritual business owners, when we go out there and we want to show up, speak out and serve, and part of me doing this daily vlog is just showing up as me and sharing my journey, right? Not all of the details of my family. But when stuff goes on behind closed doors, as spiritual business owners, we want to be like putting on this false face and putting on this facade. We don't want to, but we end up putting on this false face, putting on this facade. Nothing's going on for me. Yeah, everything's perfect. Come and work with me because I'm a perfect goddess or whatever. And that is not what people want to know and want to hear about you. They want to hear that when the shit hits the fan, it's because it's okay to manifest and be all like, oh, I'm super successful when things are going good. It really tests your character when things are not going so good, that you can stand up and you can still speak up, show up, speak out and serve deep. So for me, when my son passed, I took 7 weeks out of my spiritual business. Didn't want to worry about it because I knew that it was going to be okay. I'd already put systems in place. So 7 years ago. And then I came back online and I did what I needed to do for a year. And I served. Some of the testimonials that I have on the SoulLegacyTV are from that time. I don't know how I did it, but I did. It just, I served so deeply. So when people tell me, oh, I've got stuff going on and I can't do this and I can't do that, it's bullshit. Like, you've got to go in front of that obstacle and that challenge and move your way through it. Life doesn't have to collapse because you've got a challenge. It might alter, you might pause a little bit, you might dip a little bit, but you've still got to actually show up and be in life and do life. Like, I've set out my spiritual business, so things might change a little bit and adjust, but I will even if I show up for 5 minutes, like, I still will show up, speak out and serve deep. Let me know if any of those words resonate with you. So I want to talk about gratitude, and then we'll do the bank 50K in 50 days challenge. So, Jennifer, I know you know, and I know that you know, Robin, with the intentional living, these 7 freedoms, emotional freedom is part of the 7 freedoms that I talk about on the Soul Legacy TV for spiritual business success. So we're not being busy, we're not being broke, and we're not being burnt out. And if we're busy, how do we feel? I feel like rubbish. If we burn out, how do we feel? Burnt out. And if we broke, how do we feel? So we want to then focus on that sense of freedom, the freedom for the vision that we have for our life, the freedom that we have in terms of value, having more freedom with our days to be able to support our family, right? And our vibrational freedom frequency. So I say, and one of the things to help me do that is through gratitude. So Jennifer says that is a song by Thea. I don't know how do I say it. So I say Mia. My daughter's name is Mia with an M. She says you are worthy of it all, 100%. At first, it took me a long time to sing the song without crying and stumbling over the word. I can sing it with full meaning now. I am worthy. And so on the masterclass, I talk about when I went to the Millionaire Mind Intensive Seminar 10 years ago in September. I broke an arrow with my throat. That's kind of what you do in that seminar. And on it was the block, I'm not worthy. And that's it. And so that's one of the reasons why I come on and I go, I'm just going to give you all of me. And if you love me, you love me. I know I'm not for everyone. So you either love me or you don't. Either you want a 2-minute video or you want an hour-long video or a 2-hour-long video. That's how I serve. Like somebody said to me, well, do you have anything that's shorter? Like you've got a 4-hour VIP day, you've got a 4-hour. No, I don't, because I've got a lot to say. I just don't. Although I'm going to be doing 5-minute videos, I'm going to try to do 5-minute videos I laugh with for my book launch. I don't even know how that's going to work out. I'll probably talk about for 5 minutes how it's going to be 5 minutes. I don't know. Yes, Via. Okay, cool. Robin says, I feel you, Jennifer. Absolutely love that. You're singing it now with full meaning and receiving it. Absolutely. And sometimes it is just that saying gratitude for feeling worthy, or just saying it out loud until you feel it. Some people say fake it till you make it. I used to look in the mirror and say, I like myself, I like myself, I like myself. That was Brian Tracy when I went to a seminar on coaching in London. It's like, say, I like myself, I like myself, I like myself. And I did it. I was like, I like myself. I love myself. Like, absolutely. Like, I can't imagine not liking and loving myself now. But there's ways that, you know, we don't always feel that good about ourselves. So yeah, I didn't feel worthy. And you think, worthy of what? Like, we're worthy because we're here. It's like saying to our children, yeah, you're not worthy, prove that you're worthy. We'd never do that. So we want to do gratitude for the cheers to financial freedom frequency. So we're emitting that frequency. And we know we are worthy of prosperity and love and abundance and freedom and joy and empowerment and all the high vibrational stuff, right? Getting that out of our body, just, you know? So I say I'm happy and I'm grateful and I appreciate. That's how I do my spiritual journal. Use that as a spiritual journal prompt every single day. We want to be, it's Emotional Freedom Wednesday, but we want to bring all of the freedoms into every single day. And what happens is you'll know that RAS, the reticular activating system in your brain, will then notice more things to be grateful for. And you're then adding on more things and adding on more things. Like, although stuff's going on for family, it's not me directly, but I'm happy and I'm grateful. And I really do appreciate being able to be here and open and being an instrumental part of the growth and the development for my great niece and nephews. Do you know what I mean? That's great. That's legacy in and of itself. Like, to be in that space and to be, you know, our family is really big, and to be part of that conversation is very humbling for me. So it's like, it's not a matter of I need to be stressed out. It's like, you can come from that place of gratitude, even if there's an obstacle or a challenge. So it's not going to be easy. So I say I'm happy and I'm grateful and I appreciate. So something for your contribution freedom. I'm happy and I'm grateful and I appreciate. Something for your health, something for your emotion. Robin says, I'll be back for the parts I miss. Love you. Love you, beautiful. Thank you, Robin. Hang on. Jennifer says, allowed me to tap into so many shadows. Healing music is lovely. Love that. Anything that raises your vibration, I'm all for. And making it a consistent daily ritual and routine, a consistent practice, all is there, really. All is there, really. Love is all there is. Oh, sorry, I didn't see this out. Yeah, 100%. You too, Robin. Thank you. So yeah, so we want to say I'm happy and I'm grateful and I appreciate. And we know that love is all there is, and we know that feeling of feeling love and emanating at the vibration of love just by removing that resistance, clearing it. However, it's not the way that we talk to ourselves every day, and it's not the words that we use every single day. It's not the default vibration all of the time, especially when you are putting yourself out there. There's a lot of fear, a lot of judgment, self-judgment, doubt, like all the things. And we want to be turning those around. So if you don't have anything that you feel like in the present to be grateful for, you just can't think of anything for the 7 freedoms. So again, contribution freedom, health, emotion, environment, grateful for the things in your environment, grateful for things in your people in your relationships, for your spirituality and your finances. We can think of things in the past, in the present, and in the predicted future. The past is quite self-explanatory. Bring things in that you were really happy and grateful for and appreciate, and add on to that vibration and to that feeling so you can feel it now. Anything that's going on in your present that you can is a challenge or an obstacle that you can feel good about an element of it. A good conversation, like a way that you communicated, all the things. And then predicted future is like that thanks in advance. So when we do the spiritual vision board for each of the 7 freedoms, you'll put a version of you. I like to bring my daily rituals and routines and books and things on my spiritual vision board. I share all of what I've put on my spiritual vision board for a year, including my #1 best-selling book, and it manifested. Now I've got to write the book, right? But I'm saying thanks in advance for certain things. So absolutely, I said thanks in advance for being a #1 best-selling author. And absolutely, I'm saying thanks in advance for banking 50K in 50 days. Absolutely, I'm saying. And it's not the money, it's the who I become in the serving. So if I serve, like I said, you know, for you, Jennifer, you know, signing up, and Robin has as well. Robin won a one-on-one VIP day when going through my challenge, my 5-day spiritual YouTubers from scratch challenge. And you know, I love working, so it's not I love what I do, but like you said, you know, we can't do everything for free, especially when we don't have the time or we don't feel like we're in alignment with going and getting what I call a soul-sucking day job. So think of the things that you are happy and grateful and appreciate. Now we're going to do the Bank 50K in 50 days challenge. Jennifer says the birth of my children always gave me that super unconditional love feeling. Absolutely. My daughter, yes. Yeah, I've got my daughter. Obviously, my son's made his transition 7 years ago. 12 days before his 20th birthday. So I did my interview series, 49 Soul Speakers Summit after that. Don't know how I did it. I literally don't. I did close to 100 interviews in like 7 months. And some were published and some were not. And I remember saying that some women don't get to have a live birth even, and some women don't get almost 20 years. So I got 20 years because it was in my belly, right? 2 decades with my son. And I remember saying, I'll take that. I'll take that. Do you know what I mean? Like, rather than, oh my gosh, which you do have those feelings, but I'm like, I will take that. So there's a level of gratitude and appreciation and being happy that I got that. Like, I didn't expect it and I wanted to have different, but I'll take that. So it's whatever you use in your spiritual journal to whatever comes up, whatever arises, love that, right? So love that. So the Bank 50K in 50 days challenge, the Soul Legacy journal is a magical journal. I say this is the notebook version. I'll have a journal. So this, as I build out the practices, I didn't know what I'd want to do, what I'd want to include, and like maybe it will change. So by October, the actual journal itself, not just the notebook, will be on Amazon. And I will figured out the practices and the 7 freedoms, etc. So yeah, by October, that's the goal. Definitely by book launch day, but probably by October. The version of it will be like a daily spread for us to fill out, for you to fill out with me. So you can actually write in it, and maybe an extra page. I'm not sure, because I like doing this, but I like the freedom bit of being able to expand. Probably do a 1-pager and then have the notebook, like I expand in the notebook, maybe that. So anyway, it's a magical journal called the Soul Legacy Journal. And it gives you, as you write down about your spiritual business and the 7 freedoms and your light work and your lifestyle, it gives you £1,000, dollars, or euros every single day. I've got my blue jammies on. Every single day. My ex bought me these when we went camping. As I say, my daughter usually buys me jammies. They're thick and woolly and snuggly. So it gives you £1,000, dollars, euros every single day. And you get to spend it making memories with your soul clients, your soul family, and your soul tribe, so that you feel the vibration moving from a poverty consciousness to a prosperity consciousness, right? And so Jennifer says, beautiful. It can be tough to see, but that's the way. I love you, Iona. Thank you. I love you too. It is. It's crazy. When we know that we're souls having a human experience, it's just like, okay, let's keep going. So the vibration of money, like having the financial freedom, and I've said this before so many times, that I have life insurance. I was covered for like $250,000. It's more now, but I wasn't I wasn't covered. I didn't cover my children's life, right? So I didn't have the finances to bury my son. Like when you say bank 50K in 50 days, I'm not coming from a place of, I just want the money. I'm coming from a place where I've been homeless, bankrupt, £160,000 in debt, going through a messy divorce, all the things. Like, listen, I've seen enough contrast without money. I don't need to be like, oh, well, this is why I want the money. No, it's an energy exchange. And I made a vow to have both, to have that spiritual business success and both. So we want to make memories, and we want to make amazing memories, right? And whether that's traveling, whether that's having a spa day or a massage, or getting a nanny or a chef or what, just have some luxury. I've had poverty, and it's not a good look, and it's not a good feel, and it's low vibration, right? A prosperity consciousness is a higher vibration. When we say spiritual business owners, as light workers, yeah, I'm okay with poverty. Really? Because you're vibrating at the lowest vibrational frequency, because you're worried and in fear and doubt and feel guilty because you can't get your children, have them have certain experiences, all the things. It's really low vibration, which it's time that we actually just understand that it is just energy, like on a real energetic level, not just saying it. So we spend our vibrational money voucher. We can tithe 10%. We are required to tithe 10%. Give and receive the money to a worthy cause. So my worthy cause is cruise bereavement care. So that's £100 for me. Spend it on whatever you need to for your worthy cause every single day. If you don't feel like spending your vibrational money voucher every single day because you're like, well, I don't really want to focus on the money every day, you can do it on Financial Freedom Sunday with me. I share what I spend my vibrational money voucher on. It's a game. I call it the soul income game. And we don't want to spend it on bills. We want to come from the energy that our bills are already taken care of. They're like just out of your mind. It's already taken care of. It's done. We built a spiritual business online where we've got the price points. We've got enough clients. We've got passive income streams. So we don't have to have that time, trade that time stop trading time for money. And we've got that time freedom. We've got the financial freedom. Imagine that. Just try that on. Try that on a daily basis. When you're tithing, you've got enough to spill over and give over. Just try that on. Try that vibration on. That's what the Bank 50K in 50 Days Challenge is about. It's challenging yourself to feel a different way about money when you have money blocks. And Robin Knott's got a 5-day money blocks clearing challenge. I know that you know that. Jennifer, because we were on it together on the live round. Now it's the self-study. It's a $33, and it's a self-love journey to financial freedom, Robin says. So just try on a new way, and if you like not able to and you're like, it still feels a bit icky, then hit Robin up, and she'll support you. So if you want some support in the physical world, as well as Robin's Money Blocks Clearing Challenge, there is my Spiritual Biz YouTubers Masterclass. It's live on the last Monday of the month at 3 p.m. UK time, where I support you in and show you how to speak to, serve, and sign up your high-paying soul clients online and on YouTube, building that spiritual business and reaching your audience on YouTube, reaching them in a way that feels in alignment, aligning your movement, your message, and your money. I have my free chapter for my book. The book is called Spiritual YouTubers from Scratch, a soul guided influencer's compass to leverage your light work and lifestyle on YouTube. This is what I'm doing with the 7 freedoms. We have the free chapter VIP day. Thank you, Jennifer, for signing up. We have bonus gifts. We have all the things. It's all in there for you. I'm also the host of the #1 Spiritual Awakening Annual YouTube Summit, where I interview fellow spiritual YouTubers on their spiritual awakening story. We have the Spiritual Ascension After Show Party and the Spiritual Alchemy Giveaway. I'm really excited about that. So if you found value in this episode of the Emotional Freedom Frequency, Emotional Freedom Wednesdays, Spiritual Journal with me, then subscribe to the Soul Legacy TV, share this out, invite a fellow lightworker in to journal with us, click the notification button so you get notified when I go live every single day. I think that's it. Jennifer says my kids are a lot of my inspiration, so I've given my 10% to the Waldorf schooling as I practice this schooling with them. Oh, cool. I haven't heard of that. I had to look it up. I don't have a pen. I'll have to look that up. That's amazing. And that energy, and you want to feel it of giving that. So when you are setting out and you're serving and you're speaking to your soul clients and you're serving, that's what your business stands for. It stands for something other than you. When we have a soul why and we have a soul who, something switches in your brain that you're like, oh, I'm not just doing it for me. I'm not greedy. I'm not blah, blah, blah. I'm serving in a way that never lets anybody be outpriced. You tithe your money, you tithe your time. And when you tithe your time actually opens up and just magnifies. Like all of a sudden you've got more time than ever. It's just really, really beautiful. So thank you for sharing that. That's beautiful. The Waldorf schooling. Love it. All right, that is it. I shall see you back next Wednesday for Emotional Freedom Wednesday. Check in, do your vibrational frequency. Tomorrow is Environmental Freedom Thursdays. And so we have all of the freedoms. Check out the Soul Legacy TV. I love you. Thank you so much for joining me. Robin, thank you for coming back on the replay. Love you. Thank you, Jennifer. Take care. Mwah.